Hey all, Coach Craig here. Consistently execute the same high impact behaviors over and over. That's really what we mean by consistency. So when people are saying like, hey, be consistent, it's related to perseverance, but it's about that consistent execution of a high impact behavior. And you do it over and over and over and over. That's consistency. So consistency has to do with a behavior that is high impact. And so you can engage in consistent behavior that is low impact, or you can engage in consistent behavior that's high impact. And so I think that it's important to make that distinction, because be consistent isn't enough. It's consistently execute the high impact behaviors over and over. And so they have to be high impact behaviors. And so personally, when we talk about health, there are two high impact behaviors that are really the unlock for everything else. Number one is nutrition. Eat real food, or you can use the CrossFit definition of nutrition. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, some starch, little fruit, no sugar. Or, you can use whatever principle you want. But basically, if you are doing something other than predominantly eating meat and vegetables, you may want to rethink that. So keeping the sugar out of your diet, keeping the refined carbohydrate out of your diet, that means anything made with flour, that sort of thing. So that's a high leverage, high impact behavior. You execute that over and over and over consistently, and you get into what Greg Glassman calls the jet stream of adaptation. And then the second thing that I engage in is CrossFit, which is high intensity functional movement, constantly varied. So both of those are what have produced numbers that I've never seen before. And so the numbers that I care about at this point in my life are not my bench, not my deadlift, not my Fran time. They are the numbers that come out of lab results. And so let's see, my triglycerides were 67, I think, and then my HDL was 76, and I can't remember what my A1C was, but it was very low. So like those are that's like the triad, right? Your A1C. I'm not a doctor, disclaim. If your doctor is telling you to do something, keep doing it. But I'm just telling you my personal experience. The three things that I watch are triglycerides, HDL, and my A1C. And so if I get all those right, everything else is very almost guaranteed for me to be right. So I went far afield, but I want to come back to this idea of consistency. It's consistent execution of high impact behaviors. And so in order to make a behavior high impact, sometimes we have to go through some courage. We have to fight some fear in order to start executing a behavior consistently that is hard to do, right? Because things that are high impact oftentimes require us to grow. They require us to get to the next level. So, and that's why we're not doing them, right? Because it takes energy. You have to put energy into the system in order to get to the next level, and then you can be consistent with it for a while. So that's perseverance. Now, tenacity is, this is the Rich Divini definition, is when you are trying different things in order to get through to make a breakthrough. So that's not necessarily executing the same behavior, but it's saying, okay, I'm going to try this behavior. I'm going to time box it, do it for, a week, and then I'm going to try this other behavior. Then I'm going to try this other behavior. Then I'm going to try this other behavior, all trying to accomplish the same goal. Sometimes you need tenacity. Sometimes you need perseverance. In my experience, most of the time, you need perseverance. Most people are way too quick to be tenacious. They will be ambitiously chasing a particular goal, but they keep changing their method to get to that goal. And so this is my call to action: to embrace perseverance, to consistently execute those high impact behaviors over and over and over. Coach Craig out.